Hi, I don't know how to start videos. After all this time, I struggle to do the bare minimum of being a YouTuber. I also struggle with, asking people to like and subscribe and do all those things. You know that this is how it works, so just, do it if you want. I have my mind map here because, I like mind maps, and this means that I don't have a proper script to follow. So it's gonna be interesting after quite some time without showing my face here. I'm gonna come here without a proper script. That's not smart, but let's see. And I spent some time without showing my face because there are some things going on, and I'm not ready to talk about them just yet, but I don't know, I felt like I just needed to step away for a little bit. I did post some hypnosis meditations for you guys, so that counted for something, I think. I also have my knitting, and I don't know if I'm gonna knit anything at all, but it's for emotional support. Okay, so after all this time, I'm here to sell you stuff. Kinda. Well, yeah, but not only that. So I wrote and illustrated a children's book. I don't know if you were aware of it, if you follow me on Instagram or Threads now, I guess. I posted a lot about my new children's book, and that children's book means a lot to me. I'm very proud of it, even though at first I was really scared to let anyone read it. I don't know, I just thought that it was my first time writing a story, so it felt wrong. It felt weird, I don't know. But it is a creative milestone for me, because since 2015 I've been wanting to make my own children's book, and I never thought that I was good enough, or the story was right enough, or whatever. Something always kept me from achieving that, and now I have one, and I'm already thinking about the next and the next and the next, which is really cool, because it's a feeling and a sensation that I don't feel for quite a long time. This excitement is familiar to me, but it's been a while since I don't experience it. If you don't know, I've been close to quitting drawing and art as a career and even as a hobby. Like, I just didn't want to do it anymore, and I got close to quitting for a few times, and I didn't because of the people that supported me through this time, and the people who are artists too, who were going through some rough times as well, and I did not want them to quit, so I could not be the example for them. So I didn't, and I finished my children's book that was sitting there for a year almost, and I finished it. Alright, this is very weird what I'm doing, but I started writing a children's book right now. I've been having this idea for a few days now, and I'm gonna start structuring everything and developing the story a little bit better. I don't know if this is ever going to become something like an actual thing, or just another video that I'm gonna, toss away, but I'm trying. And I've been wanting to make a children's book of my own for a long time now, and I haven't been able to accomplish that. So this is like, hopefully this will do it. I don't know. So I have the idea, and now I have kind of a structure that I want to place the idea and develop it better. And I decided to record the process just because I feel like I like watching people's process. I like to watch the process because I think I can learn a lot from that, and I think there's a lot you can take away from just watching what other creative people are doing and how they do it, and their like thought processes, and how they actually do things, how they organize themselves, and whatever. You can always have that reference that you can, you know, try out and see if it works for you too. Sometimes it's really helpful, and it really is solving a problem that you have, but you don't really know that you can solve it. And someone else have already done that. Like, someone else have already been there, done that, and they solved it. So you don't have to go through the same process to be able to solve it. You can do it by watching them and, you know, see if what they do fit in your creative process, if that makes any sense. So I have written a bunch. Last night, trying to figure out my story, what it boils down to, what is the purpose of the story, why am I creating this story, and why it means something to me. So I've been writing this and trying to decipher the story and get to know it better, and now I'm making like a little mind map, because this is better, because I work better in visuals, so a mind map is very useful to me. In this case, it's not really doing much, to be honest, but usually when I'm still kind of fluctuating among ideas or concepts or whatever, thoughts, whatever it is, it's usually very helpful to create a mind map, and I love doing them. In this case, I'm kind of already, I kind of already know what I want. Let's see if I can make something out of this and finally make my children's book. It's a creative milestone. It's something I'm proud of, that both because I finally did it, and because I like what I did. I like what I created. I like the book. I like the message. I like the story. And I like the tools that are provided in that book for children and for adults. So the book is about it started about my own experience as a child, having separation anxiety and going on a trip with my school, an overnight trip with my school, and I was terrified. Actually, in the real story, I just started crying on the bus. I didn't even get there. I did get there, but started crying just when the bus started. Like, the bus started and I just was weeping and telling my mom through the windows of the bus that I didn't want to go anymore. She couldn't do anything anymore, like the bus was leaving. that was really tough. I remember that scene, that time, and it was terrifying. But for my luck, in the real life story, I was lucky that after I got there, and after a few hours, my sister got there. My older sister, she, I don't know, she won something, and then she ended up being, one of the, I don't know how you call it. It's not a counselor, it's just someone that is not a little kid. And when she got there, it was the greatest relief. Seeing her there was like, oh my god, I'm safe, I can do this now. But that's the real story. I wasn't really overcoming that separation anxiety. I just had someone that I felt safe with come to my rescue. And the healing never really took place. But in my children's book, which is called A Gift for Julio, and it's Julio, not Julio, like, I don't know, maybe someone is thinking that is Julio, but it's Julio. And it approaches, like, I talk about the separation anxiety on a camping trip, but my character, Clarice, she goes on the camping trip, and then she has a sort of a panic attack at night, and we introduce a very powerful tool that is parts therapy, parts work therapy, and it's also called internal family systems. It was kind of coined that way, and it consists on like people having multiple parts, about 15 to 20 parts, like, for example, the inner critic, the wounded child, the saboteur, the protector. There are many parts inside of us, and the work is that we get to know them, and we talk to them, and we help them with what they need. We help them heal if they need healing, and we negotiate a different job maybe for them, so that that part can live in harmony with us and not be an internal conflict. And that part could actually help us do something that we need. So this is a very powerful tool that I was aiming to teach children, that they can talk to these parts that are bothering them and negotiate with them a new deal, on like how can we work together, and make their lives a little bit easier. This children's book was also it was unexpected that I was able to do that, because I was going through a huge creative block. And it's not that it wasn't like any other creative block I've ever had that lasted, a couple of days or just a few hours, but it's a creative block that is lasting me years. After my burnout, I never fully recovered from it. I developed depression, and my anxiety just was through the roof. I had anxiety before, but then it got a lot worse, and I'm not sure if it's the burnout or COVID, the pandemic, because it all happened at the same time. So I don't know which one was. Maybe it's a combination of everything, but my anxiety grew exponentially, and I did have depression, and I'm taking medication for both the depression and the anxiety. And there were other mental health struggles that I went through, and I'm still going through. So the creative block was just something on top of it all, and that was making me feel like shit because I'm an artist who couldn't make art. And that could, you know, mess with your self-esteem pretty bad. Your identity is linked to something that you do, and then you don't do that thing anymore, and then what's left? What's left of your identity and what's left of you? You know, it's been really weird times since COVID, and it's been like 3 years, and I'm still struggling. And I'm coming back from it slowly and with the help of medication. Unfortunately, I did not want to take medication, but I had to. So I see it as some kind of support. I had to reframe everything because I did not want to take medication, not because of any sort of, you know, stigma. I don't care about that. It was because I'm like, I'd rather choose anything natural first. But it wasn't the option right now. So yeah, so this is a little bit about my children's book and where I come from and why it matters so much to me. I know this video is not interesting. I'm not bringing you anything to really think about, but maybe research a little bit about parts therapy that I find so cool and interesting. So the book is available for pre-order, so it's really important that you pre-order it if you are interested in it. That will help me manufacture these books and have them printed and everything. But the official launch for the English version is going to be at Lightbox Expo in the end of October. The Portuguese version, the Brazilian Portuguese version, is going to be launched a little bit later at the Brazilian Comic-Con. Yeah, whoever pre-orders, every pre-order will come with gifts, of course. Whatever digital files I have to send to you are going to be sent before the official launch, probably in September. If you want to, you know, pick up your book, pre-order it and pick up your book at the Lightbox Expo, just let me know before you actually purchase the book from my shop, because then I can give you like a discount code without any shipping, so you don't have to pay for shipping and you can just pick it up at the event. I hope you pre-order it, or if you just wanna get it afterwards, it's fine. Just, you know, I hope you read it and I hope you have a good time reading it and learn something from it, and I hope it just, you know, gets your heart a little bit warmer. And yeah, that's it. The same way I don't know how to start videos, I don't know how to end them. I guess just bye. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. I didn't need one stitch. Okay, bye. I can't with this beep, 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 beep. It's literally all the time. It's literally driving me crazy. It's constant, even at night. It's constant. Beep, 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 beep. And sometimes there are multiple beeps, beeps, beeps on top of each other. This has to stop or I'm gonna go insane. It's starting to get in the way of my sleep. And when that happens, I cannot be responsible for my own mental state when I'm not sleeping well. Okay, I'm hungry. Okay, bye. Just go. Shoot. Shoot.